Hi everyone, and welcome back to Chatty Sparkly Running. And today we're going to talk a little bit about how to set your running goal. And we know lots of people have different running goals. It might be for a beginner to do their 5K. But the first thing we've got to say is when you're setting your running goal, it's got to be something that excites you. It's got to be something that's
fun, hasn't it?
Got to be fun, and it's got to be something that your heart goes for.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're not going to want to go out the door, are you?
It can be as simple as doing 100 kilometres in November or whatever. But let's just have a look then. So for those people that are starting out and doing the Couch to 5K, they're the beginner runners.
That's the ultimate challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, for the beginner. Yeah. And they do it, the average person, how long will it take the man to do it?
Well, 8 to 10 weeks, it depends, 12 weeks. It might take a bit longer. Everybody's an individual,
depending on age and how much.
You shouldn't really set a time limit on, how long it will take, I don't think.
So, but for them, that's a really, and they might be doing it for health reasons, because or weight loss reasons, or to.
But what about challenges then once you've done that? Once you've achieved your.
So.
Then you've got a world of challenges and races.
Yeah, there's one thing that I want that really struck me when I worked with David Henry, who was going for an Olympic gold medal, and we did quite a bit of work together. And it struck me that David said he never set the goal to win an Olympic gold medal.
Will everybody know who David Henry is? It's
they're
going back in the distant
they're have to look him up. I'll tell you the end of the story. Okay. So anyway, and I'm talking to David, and he said he didn't ever say my goal was to win the Olympic gold medal. He always said my goal, I intended to win an Olympic gold medal, because he said someone on the day might be better than me, but I'm going to do everything I possibly can. And it was his heart's desire to win an Olympic medal. And on the day of the Olympic, he knew when his challenge was going to be. It was going to be at a particular time that was already set, and he was going to do 400-meter hurdles, and he intended to win, and he broke the world record and won the gold medal. Wow. So that's the pinnacle.
Everybody can look him up.
But it's the same thing. You've got to have what's in your heart.
Yeah, you've got to really want it.
It's not going to be an Olympic gold medal. It might not be to the same extent, but you've got to know on what day and date you're going to do it, and you've got to know that it's something that you really want to do.
Unless it's something that's going to carry on over a period of time, that's not going to have a day and date, is it? So
we'll come back to that.
All sorts of different challenges.
And then the other Olympian that I do a lot of work with, Lorraine Moller, she's a 4-time Olympic marathon runner. She got a bronze. She stresses that when you're a runner, that you have a goal to go for, and you can look at that goal and you can visualize that goal, but actually it's a journey in between where you are now and where you want to be. It's a physical journey, because your body will adapt, and you won't be the same person in 12 weeks time that you are at the beginning of the challenge, because your body will change. In 12 weeks, you'll change all your blood cells. You'll change a lot of your body will have renewed itself.
So whatever running you do is going to change your body.
So actually, you can make yourself a different person. And actually, the opposite's true. You can make yourself a less unfit person. So if you spend all of a month sitting down and not doing anything, then your body will adapt by giving you 2 lovely cushions to sit on. So what goals are out there, Anne?
Oh, there are so many goals out there at the minute, because there aren't any races, well, except for virtual races. So we're bombarded with different goals, and some of them are great. In fact, all of them are good and motivating.
If they motivate you, they've got to be worthwhile, haven't they?
You've got to be able to choose something that's going to work for you, that's realistic.
Yeah, okay.
And you've got to make sure it's you that chooses it. We said that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Not your friends saying, come along, let's do this.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. But is it right for you? So how do you know it's right for you? How do you know it's realistic for you? It's something that you're going to achieve, and it's going to be fun, exciting, and you're going to want to do it.
Well, are you going to answer your own question? I think you might be.
I forgot what my question was.
Okay, so I'm just going to say, so it's realistic for someone that's sedentary in 12 weeks' time to say to themselves, I'm going to run 5K.
Yeah.
It's realistic if you're a fantastic hurdler and very talented to want to win the Olympic gold medal.
Yeah, but what if you finished Couch to 5K? What's a realistic goal then? There's things out there like, run Land's End to John O'Groats. Okay, run that distance. There's no time. I don't think there's any time limit on that. There's
I
things
don't know
like
what's at the time limit.
there's things like run 50k in a month, run 100k in a month.
Yeah, 'cause
There's-
Joanne-
how do you choose that? Yeah, you've got an example.
Joanne,
haven't you?
Charlotte, and Catherine, who come to our running group, and I did say that I would give them a name check. So they're going to do 200k in November.
200.
Oh no, 100k.
I was going to say 200.
Yeah,
is quite a lot.
100k, 25k a week. I know they've just died of a heart attack. Hasn't doubled their goal. So 100k a week is great because they're able to do 5k in under 30 minutes. They do a lot of running. I've seen their running progress,
Yeah.
and it's not a big jump, but it's a challenging
That's
jump.
the key, isn't it?
It's not a big jump,
It
but it's a
mustn't make
challenging
you
jump.
You're running up too much. If you think about what we said in one of our previous videos about gradually increasing your running, if your challenge makes you suddenly go from running twice a week to 4 times a week,
Or 6 times a week.
or 6 times a week,
Then
because you've got to get all those kilometres in,
Yeah,
then it's
Well,
not
it's
a
not gonna
realistic.
Well, it might work, but you're at a huge risk
You're
of
at a
it
massive
being
risk of being injured, isn't it?
an
So you've
injury
got
risk,
to start from where you are and think, okay, this is the amount of running I do. Can I do 25k in the month? Is that a little bit of a step up for me? Can I do 50k in the month? Is that too much of a step up? And so on.
But it's got to be, just ahead of you so that it gives you
Yeah,
something to aim
it's
for,
got
and
to
something that when
yeah.
you finished, you're happy that you've done it.
Yeah, that's the danger when your friends come along and say, "Yes, you can do it. You can do something that's much too challenging for you, just because they want you to do it." So just be really, really careful.
So what other challenges have you seen?
I think I like the ones that are out there, like run the length of Hadrian's Wall. Okay, but you
There is
can
a
do
race
that.
that does that.
There's a race, but there's also
There
a
is an event.
virtual challenge.
There is
out
an
there.
event, Hadrian's Wall.
But you can do that in your own time, so there isn't a time limit on it.
Okay, so that's
you can,
good.
And the thing is, you can walk as well, so you can do the amount of running that your body can cope with, listening to your body, increasing it gradually. When you're tired and you want to do a bit more of your Hadrian's Wall challenge, just do a walk until you're
which is
recovered,
fine.
and then wait for your next run.
Yeah, because was it last year? No, not this year. The year before, there's the January Red
yes.
Challenge,
Which is run every day,
and
isn't
I
it?
thought run every day was run every day, and
Yeah.
I got into trouble with the Clipbury Mortimer, especially with Andy Ford, because I didn't realise it was a mental health thing, and I got it completely wrong. And I put
But
my
it does
hand up.
actually, it does suggest that you need to
Well,
run every
yeah,
day.
run
A lot
every
of people
day
will
is run-
interpret
yeah,
it like
it's
that,
run
but
every
you don't
day.
have to.
And I said, no, that's because what it's doing, it's making you not. That's the thing that some challenges do, is they don't build in recovery.
Yeah.
And if you haven't got recovery built in, it's going to fail. So the classic one is that, what do they call it, where you work your tummy muscles? The plank.
Oh, the plank.
So the plank challenge, where it goes up ridiculously, but there's no recovery in it. And because there's no recovery in it, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And run every day, if you were going to run every day and you're not used to running
Yeah,
every
so
day,
you only run it
hasn't-
twice a week and then you
Yeah.
suddenly run every day. Even if you run only a couple of kilometres a day, it's still a big increase.
Yeah, and where I got it wrong was Andy said, no, it's not. You can walk a day if you want to. It was more a case of getting out in the fresh air
Yeah, I think
for
that's
your
right.
mental health. And if you want to go for a walk, go for a walk. I think that's brilliant. If you setting out to go for a walk, but you feel tired and you're feeling based, and you go, do you know what? I don't feel like running today. I'm going to walk instead. That's a great thing, because
That
that's
is.
you listening to your
It
body.
is, and I think that's important, isn't it? You've got to listen to your body if you're going for a challenge.
Yeah, so
You've
run
got
every
to
day.
think, have I recovered from my last run?
Yeah.
Am I ready to go running again? Or shall I just do a short walk?
Yeah,
Still
so-
get the fresh air, still get the benefit, still tick off the kilometres or the miles
Yeah. But
on your way to the length of Hadrian's Wall or Route
Oh,
66 or whatever it is you
Land's
want to
End to
choose.
John the Grapes, is it?
Yeah.
So run every day isn't really run it. It should be active every day.
Exercise every day.
Yeah, exercise. But EAD isn't quite the same as
Run
red.
every day.
And of course, red gives you the colour red. And I think there was some red thing in the certificate or something. So,
But if you're a chatty sparkly runner, you won't fall into that trap of doing too much, will you? Because you will be choosing something that's realistic, that only steps up your running very gradually, that you listen to your body, so that if you're tired, you're not going to run that day, you'll walk.
yeah.
And you will then continue to be excited by your goal, to want
Yeah.
to go out there and achieve it, and you're more likely to succeed, aren't you?
Yeah. So can I tell them about my silly, not a silly, my
you
challenging
you
goal?
want to talk about...
No,
Okay.
I'll tell you. So
Oh, yeah. I've been dying to tell this story. The ultimate Colin challenge.
10 years ago, I was working in a school in Bishop's Castle in Shropshire. And when I was talking, it was 2010 and the Olympics had been given. The Olympics had been given to London. And the children of the school didn't pay it very much attention because they live in a small little rural area. And London was seen to be miles away and not relevant to them. And I love the Olympics and I love everything about the Olympics. And I wanted to energise these children and to make them think that it was, it's in their country. It's the closest it's going to be. But they didn't see that. So I thought, how on earth can I link it?
You're also going to raise some money for the school.
Yeah, because I wanted David Henry to come and talk to them. And so I thought, well, if the teacher runs from the Olympic Stadium back to their school, just that it can't be that far, can it? So I thought I'll run it. So that was it. So it was exactly 200 miles, and I got all the Ordnance Survey maps, and I worked out the route, and I was really quite excited. And I went out and did loads of training. And
you did it. I hardly ever saw you in the months before that.
I did
you were
lots
out for 4-hour runs and
and it was great, and we did that.
You became an ultra runner, didn't you?
Yeah, the Clun Challenge walk and lots of challenge. It was great. And then,
so it was a realistic challenge for you. You were fit enough.
No, it wasn't realistic.
Well, it should have been. You prepared for it.
No. So I can remember doing
ultra running is never realistic.
So I started. We got the photographs. It's still up on Facebook, isn't it? Colin's long run for home.
It is. Yeah.
That occasionally gets strange visitors. Yeah. So we started off at the Olympic Stadium, and on the first day I did 25 miles because I wanted to do it in 8 days. That's 25 miles a day.
I was the support.
Yeah, and I
quite enjoyed driving.
I thought the first day I was meant to do my 25 miles in 5 hours, and I couldn't go slow enough, and it was 3 hours 45. And I was jogging. And then on the fourth day, it took me an hour and 15 minutes to do the last hour and a half. And if you look on Facebook, I walked...
An hour and 15 minutes to do the last hour and a half?
An hour and 15 minutes to do the last mile and a half.
Last mile, yeah.
And... if you look,
and I was wondering where on earth you were. What's happened to him?
And the last field,
fallen in a canal.
The last field was through a field of alpacas, and I'd lost it. I thought, oh my God, I think I must be hallucinating. I really hope these are sheep. And so when I got to you, I said, are these sheep or alpacas? You said, oh no, they're alpacas. And I thank goodness for that. And then you said, are you all right? And I checked my body over like I did, and I just went, my left knee's fine. And that was that. I just had to have a couple of days off, and then I got back. And
it was your knee that swelled up like a.
But it healed really quickly, so we finished it, didn't we?
Yeah, you did.
I had to have a 2-day rest in the mist.
You didn't do anything.
But I did do it in 8 days. But
then you learnt to slow down.
Yeah,
and that was a big lesson.
And walk.
Wasn't it? And walk. Yeah.
Yeah, and have a pub lunch and then start off after. But I did it. It was exciting. It was exciting. It was something that it was great fun to do, and I look back on it and I just think. That was great, but was it realistic?
You were well trained for it, as you trained as best you can, but perhaps it wasn't as realistic.
I intended to finish it, and I did. So I think they should, it would be really good. Your goals are much better if you write them down. So why not write them down on our Facebook?
Share your goals.
Share your goals. Shall I share? I'll start off by sharing mine.
Okay.
Mine's an easy one to do. Mine's all to do with numbers, but there you go.
Yeah, and if you want any advice whether a goal is realistic for you, we're quite happy to.
Yeah, we can give you advice.
We can give advice.
Email us.
If you're thinking of a goal, yes, get in touch and we can.
What do you think? Because
see how much running you've been doing and think, is that a goal that's realistic for you?
Over the years and years and years that we've been doing this, we know what is realistic and what isn't, and how to get there. Because it's all just fair and square setting a goal, but you've got to know how to get there. Your body will change, but we've done that in previous episodes about if it's running, about building your chatty running up and staying chatty and how all those things happen. So
let us know what your goals are. It'd be really, really good.
How's the website getting on?
It's fine, yeah. I'm going to put some links in the latest blog to David Henry.
That picture that comes up.
And to your long run from Bishop's Castle.
There's a picture that comes up with me and David in it.
Yeah.
And I don't put it on Facebook, and every so often it pops up.
It's amazing what people will look at on Facebook.
And it pops up, and they think I'm posting it. It's not. I just suddenly appears. It's crazy.
Yeah. So don't forget, I always do a written text blog with this video on the website if you want to go and actually see it all written down, and I put the links in there. And then join our Facebook group if you want a little bit more and you want to post your goals and let us know what you're aiming for.
Yeah, that was a long one. That was
That's
right
a
then.
long one, wasn't
Okay.
it?
Yeah. We must do a
Okay.
shorter one next time. Okay, cheers
See you
everybody.
next
Thank
week.
you. Bye.